Less than an hour from Venice, Italy, you'll find Conegliano, home to culture, cuisine, and some of the world's best Prosecco. We're in Conegliano, one of the best places to grow 𝐵𝐺𝐴 grapes in Prosecco. We are taking a look at the 2016 harvest. Ciao, Enrico. Nice to see you.
Ciao, Monique.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you to you for coming.
How's the 2016 harvest looking? We've got a whole bunch of 𝐵𝐵𝐴 grapes there.
Oh, the harvest today is good. In 2016 is will be a very good quality, and because we had a sunny days during the summer, and it's perfect for 𝐵𝐵𝐴, for Prosecco.
And for someone who doesn't know what a 𝐵𝐵𝐴 grape is, can you kind of tell us a little bit about it? Obviously, it's made used for Prosecco.
Sure, 𝐵𝐵𝐴 is the name of the grape. When in some areas, especially in Conegliano and Valdobbiadene area, you can produce the Conegliano and Valdobbiadene, the Prosecco Superiore, and the DOC area, the big area of the Prosecco, you could produce with this 𝐵𝐴 grape, the Prosecco DOC.
And this is one of the best places to grow a 𝐵𝐴, obviously, in Prosecco and quite possibly the world. What makes the growing conditions here so fantastic?
Sure, because it's born here, in Conegliano and Valdobbiadene area.
And because you're here. All right, well, let's drink to taste some Prosecco, shall we?
Yeah, sure.
Great.
Sure, we are going to taste the various levels, but before we are going to see the vinification by the gravity.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so we were just in the vineyard. We saw the 𝐵𝐴 grapes being harvested. Now we're in the winery. We've got this gravity system behind us. What does this do? What's the benefit of the gravity system?
Oh yeah, my family, the 𝐵𝐵𝐴 family, use the gravity because we're trying to achieving the best possible quality for our wines and for our grapes. And using the gravity, we have this system because we do not touch too much the grapes, and so creating less stress for the grapes and trying to have more quality.
And so it's going to go below, and then we already did one selection in the vineyard. It's going to go down, and then a second selection happens.
In our Masottina Winery, we have 3 different levels in the ground, so all the winery is underground. And so the first levels we have the baskets for the grapes, and at the intermediate level, there is the second selection, bunches by bunches, to have only the best bunches not broken, to enter directly at the lowest level where we have the press machine. And so by the pressing machine very gently and slowly, we call the Masottina, it's the first selection that we use only for the Riva di Uliano or for the Conegliano and Valdobbiadene, our best selection of wines.
And so my most important question of the day, when do we get to try the wines?
As soon as possible.
As soon as possible.
This one is the classic version, the Conegliano and Valdobbiadene, and it is a brut version because it's very trendy now, the brut version, so less sugar, more often is drinkable to accompany some meals, for example, but also for aperitifs, quite good choice.
Looking at a label of Prosecco and they see one Prosecco that says brut and the other says extra dry, what does that mean?
Normally there are on the labels, all the producers, they put on the label the specification of the sugar level, and we have the extra brut from 0 to 6. The brut version is coming from 6 to 12, and then going up for the sugar there is the extra dry and then the dry. But normally are brut or extra dry. Okay. The 90% of Proseccos are brut or extra dry.
So I'm going to dumb it down for everybody and tell me if I'm wrong, please. It's going to be less sweet. If we get the extra dry, it's going to be more sweet. Or a little more sugar, I should say.
Yeah, it's better to say more sugar,
More
but
sugar.
It's even dry.
They're both dry, but one's
Yeah.
gonna have a little more sugar than the other.
The
A
Prosecco
little bit.
are even dry when we are talking from extra brut till extra dry.
They're all dry, but one's gonna be a little dry. We're talking little dry.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's the difference, the different sugar level, the very subtle difference.
Federico, we say in America, the devil is in the details. Do you have this expression? Do you have this expression?
Yeah, but now I know.
Now you know. So it's the little things we do. And shall we try our second one?
The second one is a special Prosecco, is a top wine. It's called the 𝐟𝐵 di Ogliano, because when you're talking about the 𝐟𝐵 is a category when of the best Proseccos of the best area, because inside the original area there are 43 micro areas where the Prosecco is at its best. In this case, the village where comes from this kind of 𝐟𝐵 is called Ogliano, and as I spoken before, it is the easternmost part with a peculiar terroir, a complex soil that makes more body and more structure on the wine, and then a particular climate that are some winds coming from the North Channel, from the Alps directly, and so they makes a natural concentration of the grapes. This is why also we have more structure and more.
So to sum it up, are you saying this is the best of the best?
It's the best of the best.